Hey guys, this is Dad's Toys and Things, and in a past episode I showed you the accessories that I bought for my Canon R50, and one of them is a wireless shooting grip. And since then I did return that shooting grip, and I'll show you why, comparing to a new one that I purchased. And also I mentioned in that last video that I'll be returning one of the accessories that I bought for the shooting grip, which is the Falcam. Here you go, Falcam F38. And the reason being is that the clip that they supplied, this is a new one by the way, the clip that they supplied did not fit into the fake design that I had, which I use for my backpack. So this is always on my backpack. And what happened is that thing, if I could show you, if I put it in, see how that is too loose. Okay, and I'm gonna show you how this new design actually fits in that big design as well. Now, the wireless shooting grip that I bought is called a JJC. It's similar in design with the last one, the Edelin. Pretty much similar in design. The remote control is a bit different in the sense that you have this hole right here, but the function buttons are the same. And then same thing with the see this thing, that the one port screw that attaches to the camera, but I'm not going to use that, and I'll show you why. And then this particular shooting grip you can move like that by pressing this button right here. There you go, and there's a button at the back. So if you want to change the position like that, it goes every 90 degrees. It locks at every 90 degrees. There you go. And just like the previous one, you can also expand this bit right here so it becomes a mini tripod, just like that. Now you can connect this directly to the camera, but I don't want to do that, and simply because I don't want to, keep on detaching this if I'm gonna put my camera in my fake design. Now the reason why I returned the other one, number one, the remote failed after a few days. It wouldn't work anymore. It would work one day, the following day it would not work. I had to take out the battery, put it back in for it to work again. I don't know if this is going to do the same, but these ones are cheaper than the Canon ones, the original Canon, which is about $200, and this is about less than half the price of that. Now, the reason why I returned the previous one that I bought, by the way, if you want to see that review, it's going to be in the description. The link is going to be in the description. This part right here, see how this is tight? The previous one that I bought is very loose. So here, you don't hear anything. Previous one, when I do this, you can hear the rattling. And same thing here. This is not loose. The other one is a bit loose. So I think the build of this one is a little bit better in terms of this part right here, the head part, but not as much on the feet. See this? You will always have that gap, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the gap here rather than any issue here, because the camera is going to be up here. Now, if you want to take out the remote, there's a little bit of a tab here. All you have to do is do that. As you can see, the battery can be taken out from the back of the remote, and here you go. There's a few buttons in here: shutter button, autofocus, and then the zoom button, which will not work in my camera. It will probably work in some cameras, but not mine, not the R50. On the side, you have the single shot, 2-second shot, and the record button, which I don't really use. Normally I would use it, I would just put it in the single shot and then it works. Now the other thing that I like with this one that the other one didn't have is a place to strap it in. So the Edelline doesn't have anything on the bottom. So this one, at least I can do this. This is also by Peak Design. I'm gonna put in the description if I can still find it in Amazon, so you can buy it if you want to. And there you go. I love the Peak Design. I've had these things for many years and they still work. Okay, so there's the button right here. Put it back, and there you go. And see how when you're gripping it, it feels so secure. The only other thing that I did add to it is this. This is something that I use for my bike as a tape grip. And I have here one as well. Sometimes when my hand sweats, I want to make sure that, you know, it doesn't slip on my hands. Now, let's talk about this remote. When I'm reading the review on this thing, I read about a lot that says, hey, when the unit comes in, the remote doesn't work. And when I first got it, I couldn't get it to work as well. I tried to press anything, nothing happened. So I was like, okay, you know what? I got the same thing. The remote doesn't work. But it does work, and I'll show you. Okay. So on the camera, if you're gonna pair it, this is Canon R50. You're gonna go to the menu system, and you're gonna go to the connection menu. And here you can see the connect to wireless remote. Tap on it. But before you do that, before you add a device to connect to, you have to press this. See this? Zoom buttons at the same time. See if I can get it to light. There you go. Once that thing lights up, you have a few seconds to pair it. Pairing in progress. Okay, so this thing turned off before the pairing completes. So that's a fail. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pair it again. So press it again. There you go. And I'm gonna repeat the same process. There you go. It's now paired with BTR-C1. I click on it. There you go. You can see that this now paired to BTR-C1. Now, how do we know that this thing works? Okay, let me just see it. Okay, so as you can see, if I press the autofocus, that's the autofocus you can see on my camera right now. And if I click this, there you go. Took the shot. Now, for this thing to work on the video, you have to set your shutter button to the as a video start and stop. And so how do you do that? What you would do is you would go, or you would switch this to, there you go, the video, and then you go to the menu, and then let me see if I can find it here. Oops. Okay, let me see, where is it? If I can remember it right, it's gotta be number 4 or 5. Let's see. My thumb is too big, so let's try 5. Okay, so 5. As you can see here, there's an option that says shutter button function for movies. There you go. So you gotta set it. Make sure that the fully press is switch to the start stop movie record, not no function, because by default it would go to no function. And if that's the default, then this is not gonna work when you switch the camera to video. Okay, turn that off. Okay, now I mentioned about the Falcam F38. So I'm gonna put this. Okay, let's start off with this plate right here. See this plate right here? Okay. Now this plate is the newer version. It's got two sides. As you can see here, it says R50 Capture version 3, and here is the F38. Now, the F38 will work in this receiver. So you have to make sure that you're switching to the side for the F38. Press this, and then there you go. Not gonna go anywhere. Okay. Now, if I need this for my fake design capture clip, I have to make sure that I'm selecting for this side right here. And if I select it, see, now it's nice and tight. It's not gonna go anywhere, and I can just release it like that. So initially, the first one that I bought, I returned because I wasn't aware that this thing exists. But let me put this on my camera now. Now the trick is, when you put this on your camera, you have to make sure that the one for the pic design is in front of you. And I will show you why. Let me tighten it up. This is a small rig folding tool. I love this thing. I used to have a lot of different tools, but of course this has the flat screw, which I use for this one. Then I don't have to find some screwdriver or a coin to tighten it up. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that this is tightened up. There you go. Now, once this is tightened up, again, as you can see, this side right here, it says perfect design. Then I can do this on the capture clip. There you go. Let me just expand this. There you go. And this is not gonna go anywhere. And all I had to do is release it. And this is now underneath. Now, for this thing to work with this particular shooting grip, I have to position it so that it goes, this one is in front of me. Okay, as you can see, I'm gonna tighten it up right here. Okay, make sure that's lined up properly. Oh, by the way, before I do that, see this base right here has a Arca Swiss. Look at this Arca Swiss guide here. So the entire base you can actually put on another tripod. We're not gonna do that here, but at the bottom of this there is a 1/4 screw, so you can put this in. And now I can use this for my camera by going to the side. There you go. Just widen up, and there you go. So if I wanted to, and I could adjust this, see that? If I wanted to do a vlogging, or I can do this. And I can turn this around if I wanted to do that. And here you go. Let's say if I had this right that. Now, again, let's say if I wanted to take a video, there you go, and I wanted to start it, all I need to do is press the button right here, and there you go. Now that's starting to record. And turn it off. That's off. Wanted to play that back. And there you go. Now that's starting to record. Okay. So with this new setup, with the new version of the clip for the Falcam, essentially I could use it with my fake design, and I could use this with my Falcam, and yeah, this is really a good solution. So I can just take it up like that, quick release, and you can lock this as well. Similar in the process with Peak Design. If I press this, if I turn this, see if I can turn this here. So I have to pull it and then lock it in place so I can't accidentally push it and then, you know, drop the camera. And then there you go. And this thing is pretty light. If I with the entire thing, with the clip and everything, let me see. Okay. This is just about 238 grams. Yeah. Very light. And there you have it. Again, you know, going from here, if I wanted to put it here, just snap it in place. There you go. And if I wanted to remove it, just press that, and then I can just switch it to this camera right here, to this right here. Oh, I have to unlock it. I have to get used to this one in terms of locking and unlocking. Here you go. And I can turn this into a tripod if I wanted to. Here you go. Of course, you can do that. And there you go. And again, thank you for watching. I hope you liked this particular video. I just remembered that when I got this, that I've showed you one of the ones that I bought in the past that didn't work, and I wanted to show you the new one that I bought, which I think will work. The only thing that I don't like actually in both is that this one doesn't have an off button. I don't know why they do not put an off button in these things. There's no off button. I think it would automatically turn itself off after not being used for some time. I don't know for how long, but it does do that. But I prefer for it to have an off button. Now, for the maximum weight, the website says that it can hold up to 1.2 kilogram. I wouldn't, you know, push it to that limit. The Canon R50 is very light, even with this 18-105 lens. It's not gonna be a kilo. It's gonna be less than that, and that's what I would do with this. That's what I would put in this. Nothing heavy, just a mirrorless, a compact camera like this Canon. Don't put anything heavy on this. And whenever you have this, always make sure that you have a strap. Make sure you have a strap, because you wouldn't know. And here, make sure that this is really tight. Make sure this is really tight. I mean, these cameras they're not cheap. You don't want them flying around, pulling. So just take care of your equipment and everything's gonna be fine. If you've come this far, thank you very much for watching. And please don't forget to click that like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll know when a new video is out. And Wolverine won't get so mad for you not subscribing. Got that, bub. Thanks again, everyone. See you on the next one. Bye.